Hi guys, how you doing? The long-awaited response to the survey that we ran. First and foremost, thank you to every single person who filled that in. Absolutely invaluable information. We had over 75% of you do so, which is really, really good. From that, the overriding response to what CrossFit ASG does really, really well, what you like best, is community. It's all about the people. No great surprise, but it's so important, and it defines CrossFit gyms, and I think it defines CrossFit ASG, the strength of community that we have here. The second and the third thing that you think we do really well is the coaching and the programming. Again, those three factors really are what separate a CrossFit gym from everywhere else. But what it gives me, even more importantly, is I now have a decision filter. So whenever a decision is made about CrossFit ASG, I will ask myself, is it going to benefit the community? Does it keep our coaching to the premier levels that we expect? And is it going to affect the programming or not? And if those are all positive, then we're good to go. Other things you felt that our staff do well here is we make you feel confident, we encourage you, motivate and feel valued, which is so important, really, really important. And I'm so pleased that that's how you feel about it. Other things that you said were that I'm an approachable coach. The coaching I give you is of good value. The sessions are well managed, but you have fun when you're here. And so I'm going to continue to strive and push those forward. And I'm also going to relate this to something I'm going to talk about in a second. So going forward, what are we doing at CrossFit ASG? Well, it's been a mind-blowing couple of years, really, really steep learning curve, but I've absolutely loved it. And I'm very proud of what we've managed to build here. But it doesn't stop there. My goal now is to build what I've called a bulletproof box. So what do I mean by that? Right. Last year was the first time that the number of affiliates opened or running in the whole world dropped. So let me say that again. The number of affiliates, CrossFit affiliates in the world last year dropped. And that's with affiliates opening all the time. So what that means is that in countries such as America and Australia, the crest of the wave of CrossFit being this big thing that everyone wants to get involved with, that crest has kind of been ridden. It's not so much in the UK and other countries that are opening up now, but what it does mean is there's starting to be a bit of a purge, and that means that CrossFit gyms who are not offering a product of suitable standard and being run properly are falling by the wayside. And I do not want CrossFit ASG to be one of those gyms. And I fully believe it won't be one of those gyms. Now, for me, the heart of a solid CrossFit box is its community, its excellence to coaching, and its excellence to programming. Everything else comes as a bolt-on. And for me, we are doing pretty well at that. The fourth factor is a membership base. You've got to have a membership base. And so for me, that's what we're aiming to do, is keep building and building the membership base, but at the same time, solidifying that community, keeping excellence in coaching and keeping the programming spot on. I've been talking to and consulting with a business mentor recently, and he's made me switch how I think about things and make decisions. What I've got to envisage is how I want CrossFit ASG to be with 150 members. That's where I think it's going to be at that bulletproof point. And so any decision I make now is going to be based on keeping the community strong, keeping the excellence in coaching, not affecting the programming, but being able to accommodate those members and keep them involved in the community as well. So, going forward, one of the major things that you guys wanted to see happen or think we could do better with is kit. Totally agree. At the moment, we have kit that can accommodate 8 people per class. Okay, and we're running classes that are bigger than that now. So over the coming weeks and months, you're going to gradually see an increase in the amount of kit we have here. First thing that's happening is that rig is being expanded. Then we're going to get some more rowers on board. Then we're going to work through all the existing kit that we've got to build it up to a level that can make us become a bulletproof box. Once that is achieved, it's at that stage that the kit will be expanded and other items brought in. The next thing you guys wanted to look into are speciality clinics and workshops. Now, a lot of you know I was a ski instructor before I was involved with CrossFit. I spent about 10 years actually in the ski instruction world, and I'm obviously still qualified. What if some of you don't know is that I actually was probably in the top 1 or 2% of ski instructors in the world because of the qualifications that I achieved. And throughout that time, I took a lot of training. And the ones that I took most value from were either residential courses where I went and stayed somewhere for a week, even up to 4 weeks, or when I went and did a speciality clinical workshop. And it would usually be for half a day and a day, or maybe even 2 days. And the value I took from that was immeasurable. I would, from one day clinic or 2 day clinic, I would take away enough material to work on for a whole season. That's 20 weeks working every single day on my own skiing. And I'd use a lot of that material in my sessions as well. And that was just from 1 or 2 days. So this is where I'm going to push forward. Listen, we do CrossFit really, really well. And I think you'll agree with the the improved programming, that's massively improved. So we're going to keep that constantly varied functional fitness going. That's what we do. That is what we do brilliantly. And then we're going to tack on to that workshops and clinics. And we're going to get people coming in who are specialists in that area, like Gina and the girls, they're coming in. And we can look for nutritionists, we can look for gymnasts, we can look for this sort of thing. And I'm going to talk about the next bit, the coaching side of stuff. We can develop that there as well. Okay, so the next thing that you talked about are coaches. A lot of you are very kind in saying, and very supportive of me being the only coach here, saying, what if you get ill, you can't do everything? And you're right, you're absolutely right, I can't do anything, and you don't want me to either. So what you need, what you guys need, and what we need as a CrossFit gym is to bring in more coaches. And I want to create a team, because a team can help build and solidify that community and be multiple people driving it forward and leading from the front. The coaching will improve because you'll have more of a variety of inputs. You'll hear different ways of explaining things, and you'll get different inputs and different stimulus and different motivations. And so it can only be beneficial to have a CrossFit team. But they will stick to the values that we've already established. They will encourage, they'll be approachable, they'll keep things well managed, and they'll keep you safe, and you'll have fun. So what I want to announce today, first big announcement I'm super excited about, is I'm going to be running a coach development program. Now, some of you may or may not know that Josh was one of my personal training clients for a long time, and he kind of experienced my CrossFit journey, and obviously he liked what he saw and he got involved. So him coming into the gym was just a very natural process, because he was, his values were in line with mine. So what I'm announcing now is a coach development program, and that means I need your help to come along to some sessions. I'm going to put on, it's going to be free, and it will run over a number of weeks and develop you into a coach. To then go on, that will prepare you brilliantly to go and do your CrossFit Level 1 course. From that point on, you will be eligible to coach. And I think it's the best way to get people who understand the culture here, understand the community, and the excellence that we're striving for. So more of that to follow. Right, the next thing people are asking about and talking about were classes. And in that, we're talking about size of classes, the number of classes put on. Already I've expanded all the classes, and they're going to be even better as we expand the kit. I have moved the on-ramp from being at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock to ease congestion in the evening. So that is further enhancing and developing the excellence in coaching, because we can actually coach better because we've got more space. Going forward, as our coaching team develops, we will open on a Sunday, and we could potentially be setting up an 8 p.m. class as well. So those are developments that are going to happen as and when I feel it's necessary, but definitely they are there in my mind to do. Okay? Right, one thing that was really, really important that came up, which I want to talk about, and it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, but didn't know whether it was on your radars or not, and it turns out it is. athlete development. So that's the development of you. And more importantly, setting out goals and setting out a pathway for you guys to follow. The program we're doing is very structured, and there is a 12-month sort of plan to it. So I think that's going to address it partly. But it's good to know where you want to go and what you want to achieve, because it's going to be different, totally different for everyone. So I'm starting with the newbies. That's the easy one to do. After about 6 weeks, they'll come in. We're going to set a couple of nice, easy goals for the first 6 months. But you established members, you need the same thing. You can't be left out in the cold. So watch this space. I'm working on a few ideas as how to develop that. And it's probably going to take the form of sitting down every couple of months, working out what you want, where you're going, or maybe setting a 6-month goal, but checking in on a regular basis. That will also be made far more easy and beneficial and powerful when the coaching staff improve as well, or the coaching numbers improve as well. Right, that's it. That's it so far. There are a couple of things bubbling away, and there's some more videos going to come your way very, very soon. I'm so very, very, very excited about the next 6 months, the next 12 months. We'll run another survey in 12 months to check in how we're going. Oh, one last thing. Cleanliness in the gym. You might think that was an odd one to ask about, but it's the most basic thing I can get right. You rated us 4.2. I'm going to strive to raise that up over the next 6 months to make you feel like this is a fully professional gym, because that's what I want us to be, a fully professional CrossFit box that is bulletproof and is going to stand the test of time. So thank you very much for listening. I hope this has been informative, and I hope you're as excited about the next 6 to 12 months as I am. Watch this space for more announcements, and I will see you in class.